all makes sense. Hey, when you making bands can make fans.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That kickoff return, 104 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go! You're on the roof. Check 55, Mike. Hey, let's get this,
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
They go play action now. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
It's Barkley on the counter, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. On second down, here's Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
52. Mike 52. Let's go, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, check 26, check 26. Back, go.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Hey, team 6.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy.
Throwing is Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And some space here. 23 yards the pickup there. Just the first quarter, the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Going to give this time tailback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
First down, Bengals.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff looking right. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. 6-6, pull it high.
He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. And he came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
It's now third down and long.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 25 on second down, Jackson. He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
It's a gain of 3. Third and inches.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline now for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, good move. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Mixon with a first down carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's go. 60 or.
Double time. 40.
Hey, Charlie.
Where's 52? Block 52. 52's the mic.
Ready?
Back to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set,
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On third down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to air one out. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his second touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Let's go. Do it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And a throw right sideline is complete. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. He hops over him.
That's why you stretch.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Saquon Barkley, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So that'll back him up 5. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Returning it is Moore. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Escapes the defender. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And some room to work. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, they created a big run. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
Hey, high 7.
No. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Got it. 64. Weak. Let's go.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
On 1st down, Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play of this football game.
3rd and 2.
He's coming, double up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give him 6 yards and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Muscles by at the 25. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Check, check. Flag down, flag down, flag
And he'll give it here to his running back. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen.
Go team, still.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
And the Bengals first down.
Down. 10 Tucson.
I got you, son. Kill.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got it. You got it.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Second down. Incomplete in the end zone. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here, overtime rules. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime, obviously a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's to the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they call a run on 3rd and a mile. Not only do they convert, but they tack on some yards at the end of it, too.
They went against what anyone would think would be a tendency, which is you're going to throw the ball on 3rd and a mile, right? But instead they decide to run the football because sometimes what you get is a defense is playing a little bit lighter. A lot of extra defensive backs, and they're loosened up for the pass. They found some running room and really converted.
Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.